guys, Kyle, the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing my review for One Piece episode 796. I'm so sorry this one's late, guys. I wasn't feeling very well. I was downright sick actually, so I just couldn't do a review without even almost vomiting, I guess you could say. But now I'm here. Now I'm here, and let's get into this episode. So the first thing to note about this episode is that at the moment when the pacing was a little sluggish in this episode, but it was better, I guess, than most. It was still better, I guess. It was better than what I would have usually gotten in Zoe or something like that. In fact, the pacing in this arc for the anime has been actually a lot quicker than than past arcs in the series. To be honest with you, this probably makes this. I assume this probably means that we're probably going to be moving on to that we're probably going to move on to the next arc in the manga extremely soon here. But yeah. And another thing is Nami. Now, when I saw Nami had gotten free, I was like, oh fuck! Don't tell me they beat Brule. Like this is the new world, and Brule is one of Big Mom's underlings and daughters. They shouldn't be beating her this fast. They shouldn't be beating a member of the Yonkos crew and one of her family that fucking fast. But when I saw the flashback, I actually breathed a sigh of relief just for that mere fact that it revealed that they didn't actually beat her. It was just one of those things where they managed to, where thanks to Chopper and, and Carrot's intervention, Nami actually managed to get away. But in its own way, I guess that's terrifying too, because it really shows just how intense the Big Mom pirates and just Big Mom's family in general are, and how strong they are in comparison to the Straw Hats. Like the Straw Hats, as they stand, they don't fucking stand a chance. Like honestly, like I know we've only gotten a taste of what the Big Mom pirates are like, but so far it seems like Luffy is gonna need to call on his pirate armada in order to even have a chance of fighting with Big Mom. Like I'm just saying, like Luffy, I know you're prideful and you want to take on Big Mom alone, but seriously, you need to call on those troops of yours, dude. I think it'll come to a point where you're gonna need to call on those troops here soon, dude. But yeah, the Big Mom Pirates, yeah, they are not anything to fuck with. And speaking of family, we actually get in that I guess that guy who's been appearing quite a lot lately in this particular episodes, the one who's stuck in the ground or whatever. We get introduced to him as Big Mom's ex-husband, and if I had to take a wild stab at it, Lola's father. Like honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that was in fact Lola's father. Like Oda has been teasing at us for a while ever since this whole arc in the anime began, that there is that there is that we may have the Big Mom, and there is a connection between Big Mom and Lola. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this cements that yeah, Lola is Big Mom's daughter. But even more than that, like with the shape we see Big Mom's ex-husband in, that just proves to me: do not get involved in any sort of way, romantic or otherwise, with Big Mom. She will fuck your shit up. Like seriously, if I'm sure that Big Mom's ex-husband, must have crossed her in some way or another in order to land him in that fucking position. Like I wouldn't be surprised if she I wouldn't be surprised if there was something probably happened with Lola in order to make him speak out. If that is Lola's father, then I bet what happened is he probably spoke out against Big Mom doing something to Lola, and then he landed himself in that position. Like, yeah, do not fucking cross Big Mom. What so freaking ever? That she will just fuck your shit up majorly. But and another thing we learn in this episode is that Big Mom has been taxing the citizens of Total. We learned Big Mom's devil fruit power is called the Soul Fruit, in which you can take people's, in which you can basically do a whole, in which you can take people's souls and shave the lifespan off of them. and in the beginning of the episode, we do see like a big like shadowy blob or whatever, and that is basically and that guy right there and that those guys right there, the ones collecting, I guess, like the souls of the people of Total Land. Those are like an extension of Big Mom's. Those are like extended creations that were created from Big Mom's soul. In fact, pretty much what we learn is that all the is that Big Mom has been using her powers in order to tax the citizens of Total Land of their lifespan. Like, that's in its own way fucked up. Because while most rulers would try and tax people, most people will try and tax most people with money or whatever. Nah, Big Mom does even more fucked up shit, and she taxes them with her fucking lifespan. I'm just like, fuck, Big Mom, you are insane. But even more than that, we learned that the small little orbs of souls that the soul collectors take from the citizens, and I think she even does this with her own soul as well, is that those tiny soul orbs are what's used in order to bring all the inanimate objects of Total Land to life. So essentially, it's she basically uses her own soul in order she uses her own soul as well as the souls of others in order to create little obedient minions or whatever of Total Land. Like, yo, like, if nothing else, I think this showcases just how versatile Big Mom's powers, the overpowers, are. Like, if and this is just, I get the feeling this is only just a taste of what Big Mom's powers can do. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot fucking more. But one thing I am holding on to right now about Big Mom's powers is something that was said in the previous episodes. Something that was said in the previous episode is in the previous episodes, which is that one of Big Mom's children, when Big Mom extracted the soul from her own son, when Big Mom's son had basically killed him, one of Big Mom's children and I think one of her crewmates said, "Don't must I think it was Muscat, yeah. One of them screamed out to Muscat, not in order not to he told Muscat in order to, he told him not to pretty much feel any regret about dying or anything like that, and in order to, and I get the I get the feeling part of it has to do with the fact that I get the feeling as to why they as to why that I get the feeling one of Big Mom's powers weakness is that I think the only the only way that people can even escape Big Mom's powers is by not having a fear of death. Like, I think when you accept a certain when you accept your fate, and you accept the fact that you will when you're free of fear of dying, I think that prevents Big Mom's powers from working on you. I think, I believe that's how it's working, and but yeah, like Big Mom's powers, yeah, if Big Mom's this whole setup Big Mom has, it's just nothing to fuck with. She just proves time and again how powerful she is, honestly, in this episode, and we also get introduced to a new character aside from Brule. One, he's apparently known as one of Big Mom's three sweet generals or something like that. Sweet generals. His name is Cracker, and he's a big hulking guy. But one thing that definitely caught all our eyes, I'm sure, as you know, is he his entire armor is made out of biscuits and biscuits and cookies and like crackers and whatnot. So, like, I'm not doubting how powerful he is. I'm sure the motherfucker is strong as hell, but maybe on the same level as Relay, if not stronger. But it does make a question: how strong does this guy have to be? How strong does this guy have to be if he can use if he from what we see he can use crackers as a weapon? Like, that's gotta be some insane shit, honestly. If he can use biscuits and crackers and cookies and whatnot as a weapon and as armor, that just shows you, just if Brule wasn't enough, this just shows you that like, we haven't even seen the guy fight, and already I'm kind of fearing that the caliber of this guy isn't going to be anything to fuck with. Like, he is going to be a strong opponent, I think, for sure, in terms of he's gonna give Luffy a run for his money. I definitely know that for sure. Um, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much my review for this episode. It was for what it was. It was actually a decent episode. There wasn't a whole lot of pacing, to the original story. In terms, there wasn't a lot of stuff to pacing the actual story, but as far as pacing of the episode goes, it was actually pretty good. Um, but yeah, if and Big Mom looks like Luffy and Cracker are gonna go at it next episode from what we see, and that should be definitely interesting for sure. But yeah, guys, that's my review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, or follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Death Knight of Anime, signing off.